This is going to be the last video on the channel for a while. I didn't want to have to say it, but it has to be this way. Now, before I get into it, I just want to say thank you all for watching the videos, regardless of these issues going on. Thank you so much for watching the videos. Thank you for liking, commenting, engaging somehow with either one or a multitude of the videos that I have put up on this channel. We've gone through several changes over this year. It's been over 1 year since I started doing this, and things are just coming up now. One of the first issues that have come up has to do with our view counts. Now, views have been down, I guess you would say dramatically, since September. Now, I know it's silly for someone who has 71 subscribers to make that sort of judgment on their channel, like, oh, views are down, right? I'm not making any money on this channel, so like, why should I be worried about whether or not the views are there or not? And it's not that perspective, but it's, you look at the views over the videos that you put out since September, and you're thinking to yourself, well, what have I done wrong? And also, what should I do to gain viewership back? So that was the first issue. The second issue has to do with my motivation to make certain videos. Now, when it came to board game time, which a lot of you did enjoy, and I'm thankful that you did enjoy watching it and engaging with it. A lot of you did enjoy that show, and I'm thankful that you watched and you engaged and you enjoyed what I would put out in board game time. But the thing is, it's hard for me to wake up in the morning now and want to film an episode of that. It's just, it feels tiresome. It feels like work to me to do it. And I wanted to go about this channel to do something that I will enjoy doing. That doesn't feel like work to me. That feels like something the right path that I'm going down. And I want to make sure I'm having fun on this channel as well. So if I'm not having fun, I just don't want to do that thing on the channel if it's not fun. And that's really the gist of it. I don't like to say things like that because I understand that people have to work hard to get to where they are, and that's absolutely true. But when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to an entertainment-based channel, you have to enjoy what you're doing in that aspect. And if you don't, you should change gears completely, because why are you even doing it in the first place? You're not making any money on this channel, so why are you doing it, right? If this was a job, if I was responding to an employer that wanted me to make videos for him, then I really have no right to complain in that aspect if I'm being paid by someone else to do these things. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. But no, I'm running the whole show, and I want to make sure that I'm enjoying what I'm running. So with the view count down and my motivation decreasing on some of the videos I'm putting up, I had to sit down and ask myself, what do I enjoy doing? Out of the multitude of things that I have put up on this channel, two things spring to mind. One, audio gaming. If you guys remember, me and Ryan did a show where we played video games, and it's one of those game commentary sort of channels, game commentary sort of videos, and we had a lot of fun. That was so much fun to have Ryan over and just sit there, have the mics on, and just play through games and just have a really good time. I miss those days. I do. I really like that. That was one thing I really enjoyed doing. And then secondly, Sketchheads. The monthly show that I run, Sketchheads, which you just saw the season finale. I hope you did. If not, I'll link it in the description. But that show as well, I enjoy doing. I love bringing people over and engaging with them. In fact, that's really the premise. That's really what I realized in myself, is that when I made this channel, I had no desire to elevate myself up to levels where, I'm running the show by myself and it's all about me. I didn't want to do that. That was not really the focus when I started. So I felt the most desire, the most motivation when the stuff that I was putting out involved not just myself, but other people. Because then you have people coming over to your house, and you have like people motivating each other to make a product rather than just myself just doing it like on my lonesome. And so that was when I decided I have to stop board game time and I have to focus on sketchheads. Now, what about video gaming? I'm looking into options where we can include video gaming again somehow. And Ryan has been talking to me about almost having a window of time to work on it soon, because he says he still really wants to do it. Like I said, I don't know when, and this is all going to be brought into discussion, but we have to explore our options, and it might be me undertaking editing for video gaming again, just to get videos out. So there's gonna be a question of what do I want to do it again? Do I want to edit video game? Because the first time I cut video game was because I just felt I didn't have time to edit it along with board game time and all this other weekly stuff. So the first thing I have to figure out is, can I budget my time and maximum productivity so that I can do video gaming and I can do these other shows and I can edit all this other stuff and get out a better weekly format of videos. Because another big thing that's probably contributing to my lack of views also has to do with we're not uploading every day, or like we're not uploading multiple times a week, because the YouTube algorithm is going to favor more videos getting pumped out rather than just one at a time. So it's a matter of figuring out what I can do, what shows I can do back on the channel that makes sense. But also, it's also a matter of will we have an audience to watch video gaming, and will we have an audience that's gonna watch the live action stuff that we do, like sketch heads, and we're planning on doing like some side sketches as well, like little non-canonical funny sketches to also add to the channel. And maybe adding like a podcast related to what we're doing with our live action stuff or something like that. I don't know. We're figuring it out. But then the question is, does it fit? Because like it's hard to tell, because like video gaming had like its run of people that enjoyed watching it, and then like it died down, and then it just became nobody was engaging with the videos on video gaming at all. But we don't know if there will be a resurgence back if we did bring anything back, video gaming wise. So again, I have to figure that out. I want to make sure that for sure it's something I want to undertake, until Ryan feels like he can do it. But at this point, I don't know. So yeah. So what are we going to be doing in the absence of the channel? Well, we're not going to stop doing anything, technically. We're going to take a break from getting the camera set up and shooting a bunch of stuff. We're going to sit down over the next few months, and we're going to discuss development into the channel, stuff that would help us focus the channel in more on like one aspect of it, and then launch it at a later time in the new year. We're hoping that March 2018 we'll be able to start the channel up again. But again, we want to make sure that we have all our bases covered. And we want to also make sure that Sketchheads is going to be delivered at a higher quality than it is right now. I'm really happy with how Sketchheads has turned out, but we don't want to adapt the let's just shoot it on the day and see what happens format anymore. We want to sit down, we want to plan the story arc, we want to plan the season out, and then once we have our event charts and once we know exactly what we want to do, then we will start shooting the season. So the season likely won't come back. My guess is going to be late late in 2018. We want it to be early, but we also want to make sure that we're delivering a quality product. And so in the meantime, while this stuff is going to be happening, we're also going to be discussing what to put on the channel in the meantime. Stuff to pump out content that's easy to digest, not too hard to edit, and just, generally fun to watch, easy to make sort of deal. And then finally, yes, audio gaming, figuring out if I want to undertake editing audio gaming anymore, and figuring out if I can balance my time on a week by week basis where I think I can, if I go like, this week I'm doing this week I'm doing that, this week I'm doing that, maybe. And so, like, I think that is possible for me. So we'll see. Again, I gotta figure out. But it's basically like once January hits, it's gonna be like all hands on deck. So there's just gonna be a lot of stuff. But that also means I want to also have a backlog of content ready to pump out when we start putting videos out again. So the break is necessary in order to catch up, get a bulk of stuff done, and then go for it. And just hope for the best. So if it's not too much trouble, because I know I don't receive comments all the time, if you can comment below and just tell me what you really liked on the channel and even why you liked it. Or you don't have to say why if you don't want to, but just what you really enjoyed on the channel. Because this feedback is going to help me immensely. If I know my audience with the channel, it will help me figure out what to put on the channel, what to put more of on the channel, rather than just kind of do whatever and see what happens. I mean, if I receive no input on this video, if I receive like no comments or anything, then I'm just gonna go with my gut and then see what sticks, and then look at the analytics and determine how that works from there, But again, I would appreciate the feedback, if anything. So if you're still with me by the time we return, then thank you for sticking around anyway. And if you want to unsubscribe as a result of this, as a result of me cutting the board game show or whatever, then yeah, that's totally fine. You can unsubscribe if that doesn't suit what you were hoping to see on the channel. Because I understand completely, like, when channels shift focus, then yeah, I will unsubscribe if it doesn't fit my needs, if it doesn't fit what I'm looking for in the channel, what I enjoyed from the channel, then I will unsubscribe. And there's no malicious intent with that. It's your life. You get to decide what you want to watch on YouTube. So if you want to subscribe, go ahead. And all I can really say is thank you so much for sticking around up to this point. And I'm very thankful that you did want to keep watching. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for spending a year with me, and just really seeing all the chaos that I threw up on the channel and walked through with me on this journey. And I look forward to returning with better content and hopefully more engagement from you guys, and hopefully that you guys will enjoy the new run of videos coming up. So we will be back, but that is to be determined when we will be back. So fingers crossed for March. Not going to say yes or no on it, but we are going to try as hard as we can to get things ready for March. But again, things will come up. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the new year.